UBS Group AG Chief Executive Officer Sergio Armati was overseeing the takeover of Credit Suisse Group AG, and a government-brokered rescue, said he saw problems at UBS's smaller competitor as early as 2015. UBS was very well positioned from 2015. We had done our homework after the financial crisis. Armati said in an interview with the Schweiz and Wochenende newspaper, we always looked at what opportunities there were for us to grow organically and inorganically, and it was clear to me that something wasn't going well at CS. And asked if you already had a takeover plan in mind for Credit Suisse at the time, Armati smiled and stayed silent, according to the newspaper. He spoke following his media forum in Lucerne, where he gave his strongest indication, that the Swiss government and central bank will avoid taking a financial hit from the emergency rescue. Armati rejected the notion that outgoing CEO Overker contributed to the collapse of Credit Suisse and wasn't suited for a senior role at the merged institution, pointing out that he was previously on the management team at UBS. It's crystal clear that this situation at Credit Suisse didn't develop in the last 6 weeks or months, but in the last 6-7 years. Armati told the newspaper, and the task now is to implement the integration quickly. Overcorner knows Credit Suisse very well, and Armati said that all options are on the table for Credit Suisse's domestic bank, but rejected the idea it has to spin it off, to shrink the new. I don't think the merger of UBS and CS will create a bank that is too big for Switzerland. I said Switzerland cannot be one of the world's leading financial centers if it only has medium-sized banks, and this merger strengthens Switzerland. Other highlights of the interview on cash outflows. In terms of cash outflows, however, the situation is stabilized on why Switzerland doesn't need to tighten banking regulation. CS had no liquidity problem up to 72 hours before the weekend in question. It was a trust and credibility issue because CS was no longer profitable. Profitable and trust cannot be regulated. On the legal liabilities, the UBS